I think comparing humans to animals in this scenario is actually kind of degrading. But
degrading?
Yeah.
Where human beings are animals.
We have higher brain cognitive function, and we have the ability to decide.
So are you saying human beings are not animals?
I'm not saying that. Biologically,
well, then what are you talking about? We're all animals. Like, what do you mean?
We have a higher function. A dog cannot choose whether or not they want to be
But that's the whole point that Brian's making. Now you got it, right? So if the dog can't make the choice, the gender choice, which is this construction of the mind, gender does not exist in objective reality. The sex does exist in objective reality.
Okay.
So if that is the case, there's no way for you to ever determine that a dog could ever be a female unless it told you, right?
Yes.
Got it. So then even if one dog had no penis and another dog did have a penis and that dog was having sex with the dog that had no penis, it would still be a homosexual act, right?
Sure.
Then
but
how would that so then why wouldn't that translate to humans?
Why would it?
Well, because the only difference is that you're saying that if the dog, one dog who currently is a homosexual... Hang on. You're saying the one dog currently who's engaged in the homosexual act were able to somehow turn its head around and just speak in perfect English and say, by the way, I'm a girl dog, it would now be a female.
No,
That's why it makes no sense.
Okay, let me clarify. If that dog was able to get a transitional surgery where it had a dog vagina and it had dog titties, then yes, it would be a female dog.
So I just want to make sure, if I were to like mad scientist this up and just grabbed a random male dog from the street, took its penis off, gave it a neo-vagina, then gave it dog titties somehow.
I mean, that would
hang
be
on. I did all that.
Okay.
When the other male dog comes in, right, and has sex with it, right, that other dog, in your view, is a female.
Yes.
What makes it that?
Because it does not have a penis and it has...
Got it. So then what's the distinction then if that dog somehow had some birth defect that it grew titties and then it lost its penis because it got hit by a car? How is it not still a male dog then?
How is it still not a male dog?
Would it be a male dog then?
Based off of looks,
Not based off of looks, based off of male.
God.
Based off of male.
Yeah.
So your whole argument's coming back to chromosomes and how it was born?
No, I'm just asking you what would make it...
that is
like if a man lost his
though.
penis in an accident, what does he identify and then had a massive quantity of... Right, that's it. There we go. What does he identify as? So this is the social construction aspect.
Which only humans can do, yes.
Yes, this is the social construction aspect. True. So if that is the case...
How is that not true?
I tell you how it's not true.
No, you don't say anything for a second. Let me finish. Holy shit, before you fuck it up again. So really simple. If it is a social construction, and it has to be identified as a social construction, as a product of purely the mind,
okay,
then the physical aspect hasn't changed.
Unless you go through the surgeries.
No, because if it were the case that some man, let's just say, some man was walking down the street and his penis was cut off and through some freakish fucking accident, okay, a razor came flying down, cut a huge slit open right there, and he had to keep it open for some reason. A penis could fit into it technically. Then his body upped the estrogen, and he was able to grow boobs, and he had to have that done for some reason. And he said that he was a man. He'd be a man, right?
Thank you, Robert.
If a traumatic accident that's super unlikely to ever happen
gave the same conditionals for this person to have all the phenotypes
versus somebody going through actual professional treatment.
Yes.
How is that comparable?
Because all I'm saying is, if there was some freak accident which somehow gave the same exact conditionals as what you would consider the phenotypical expression of a female to be, but still call themselves a man, you would say that they were a man. So the only thing that would make them a woman is you saying they're a woman. That's it. Right?
I mean, if you want to put me in that box, sure.
How else could it work?
It's not what they're saying. You don't decide what they are, but you basically, whatever someone says they are, you're going to agree.
It's not
Right.
just
It's like what their overall team saying.
Because how am I, somebody who doesn't know their life, doesn't know what they've been through,
It doesn't
I don't
matter.
know what's in their
Well,
head.
What's it doesn't matter. It's emotions.
Exactly. It doesn't
But
matter.
it's emotion.
So why do I?
Can I tell you?
No. Why do I have the right to dictate what somebody else does with their own body.
Because it's not about doing their own. It's not. That's not the point. The point is that emotions are irrelevant. You need to look at reality in the face. She doesn't born a woman. She's not a woman. It's simple as that. You guys got indoctrinated for 20 years. They brainwashed you that it's a woman. It's a woman, but it's not a woman. It's a man pretending to be a woman and going through the surgery and manipulate.
Kika, let her finish.
The problem is that they manipulate their body. Okay, it's a huge difference. Let's say I want to do a nose job, right? My nose is big. I want to do a nose job. I still stay my same sex. I can change my face. I can change my boobs, but I'm still the same sex. But they forcing people, right?
Who's forcing who?
The people who, I don't want to say names, but the people who make that all agenda, right? They forcing. Let me finish. They forcing people, okay, to have a male changing his sex and forcing regular men who are not gay by any mean, okay, to manipulate them to think that they are women. This person, he's not a woman. It's a man pretending to be a woman.
Okay.
And it's not correct because it's manipulating. It's a huge manipulation in society. You sit here for an hour and argument about chromosomes. You scared when Andrew and him told you about chromosomes. Every time they mentioned the word
not
chromosome.
Scared, but okay.
Yeah, but it's like you fear from that. And I realized,
don't, but okay.
I realized all people that think like you scared from the chromosome thing.
I'm not
it's
scared.
It's a biological, listen, it's a biological fact. You cannot,
I understand that.
So how about I'm 23. I'm not 50. I'm 23. I'm 23. I'm tall. I'm whatever, 6 foot. I'm 23 and I'm 6 foot and you just don't look at me right. Is something wrong with your sight? I want to understand what's wrong with your sight because I'm young. I'm 23. Is that seem the same? It's manipulation and it's lying. It's a complete lying, and you agree with the lie. It makes it a lie.
What makes it a manipulation? Who's manipulating people to change their gender?
It's manipulation because
I want to ask you something. I'm actually worried.
But wait,
I'm actually really worried as to what makes you think people are manipulating other people to change their.
What are you talking about?
Especially,
you have to allow the person to respond.
Actually, I would love to hear what you say because I haven't really heard much from this side of the table.
I was just going to say, especially if you disclose and if you agree that it's homosexual, like what's the problem? Like what's the issue?
I don't have problem with disclosure.
I don't have problems. Listen, I don't have problems.
Have the right to decide.
Yeah.
I don't have problem with homosexuals or with gay. I even have a couple in my family. I have no problem with that whatsoever. Mm-hmm. But I lived in the 90s and the 2000s and I knew the gay community was completely different. Today,
but you didn't
it's
live
not.
here.
Wait. I did. I've been here since the 90s, back and forth with my family. It's not true. It's the same. Also in Israel. Actually, in Israel, we have a huge gay community.
You're from Israel?
Yeah, we have a huge gay community. It's even.
Can I have some
massive
question?
fucking mistake.
The question basically just comes down to this, right? So if I show you $1, I don't know if you have a $2 bill there or not, but the idea is, there we go. So how much is this worth?
$2.
What makes it worth $2?
That's what society and the government has assigned to it.
So what is this in actuality?
Paper.
That's the argument.
Exactly.
So the idea here is really simple. The idea here is that the social construction aspect of this is that this seemingly symbol of 2 equals $2. And if I hand it to you, you and I have assessed that value as being $2, right? Or it could be a 20 or it could be 100. But what are we actually looking at? We're actually looking at, objectively, a piece of paper. The construction side of the piece of paper is its value. What you're doing is a bait and switch. You're saying the construction side, this is actually, right, in objective reality, worth $2. It's not, though. It's worth whatever you'll give me for it, right? Whatever we agree to. Whatever we agree it is, it will be that thing. That's the distinction between the social construction aspect and the reality aspect. You and I both know, though, that it's just a piece of paper. And so this, when we dive into objective reality versus the social construction aspect, when you say it's a woman, a female, right? Because I think that's a female, right? You could even get people to agree that it was, right? Or this, animal or person or whoever was. It doesn't really matter. Ultimately, the objective reality doesn't change. Right?